Hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today I have a tutorial for you of this awesome little medieval gatehouse. This gatehouse was actually designed in my build battle series. I will put a link to that in the description, and I built this up within a 30-minute time limit and I was really proud and happy with how it turned out, so I thought I would put it into a tutorial for you guys to follow along and hopefully build it for yourself. These are the materials that you will need to complete the build, and I do hope that you enjoy this one and enjoy the build. So with that, let's get straight into the tutorial. To start things off, these are the dimensions for the build. If you want to pause the video here and take a screenshot, you can do so. But what we have is the tower section on the left hand side here, going across by 3, diagonal 1 block, then 3 across like so. We have the main gate section in the middle, which is 9 across if you include the one there from the gate, from the tower itself. And then on the right hand side, the more barracks area in a square shape. This goes along by 7, miss out the corner, and across by 5. So we're going to start things off. I'm going to use stone bricks to build up the main structures here. But if you're doing this in survival, you may want to do the texturing while you go. So you're going to use mossy cobblestone, regular cobblestone, mossy stone bricks, and then regular stone. Keeping the mossy cobblestone and cobblestone near the bottom of the build and making a gradient as you go up to the stone nearer the top. But like I said, I will do the texturing later on and I'll build out the shape just using stone bricks. So what you want to do is take this entire circle and bring them up by 3 blocks. Go all the way around. Just like that. Then on the corners, bring those up by another block like so. Bring some stairs on either side of each one of the sections that are 3 across. Place another block on top with a stair facing in. On this left hand side, or this side that joins onto the gate, we're actually going to do something a little bit different at this stage. So break away those stairs and bring this up by another 2 blocks. So this should be 5 high. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, like so. Then come to the inside of your tower, and behind of these stairs, place a block just right there. On top of that block, bring that up by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Do that on top of each one of those, also filling in this middle side so you have something that looks like this. Once again, you want to do that for each one. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do it again here and make sure they all meet up at the same height at the top. For this one here, just do one behind of where your blocks are and make sure it comes all the way up to meet at the top. Then in the very middle, at the very top, place an upside down stair. Come to the left, down 1, an upside down stair, and the same on the right. We want to do that on each one of the sides again. Just like this. Okay, so take some walls now, and on top of these corner blocks, come up by 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Again, do that on each one of these corners. Then take an andesite, a polished andesite block on top of that wall, and then on top of the lower stairs, going all the way around. Bring the polished andesite block 1 higher, just on the edges here, like so. And then take a polished andesite slab on top of that upside down stair and on top of each one of the corners. And that's going to give us a nice turret shape, ready for our roof to go in between. Alright, we will move on to the roof once we have done all of the main stonework here. So in order to do our gate, come to this side here where we have it 5 high and bring up another row of 5, just like so. Do that on each of the sides like this, with a block right in the middle. Then bring that out by another block, bring that up, and then 1, 2 and 3, just like that. Come to this side now, bring these 2 blocks up by 5, so 2, 3, 4 and 5, out by a block and up again, and you'll get this shape. Come up here now, place a slab in this corner section, 3 slabs in the middle and a slab again there. Place an upside down stair and these 2 little slots, and you should have a shape that looks like this. Then you want to repeat that pattern on the back side. So again, we go out by a block, up, across by 3. Bring these guys up by 5. Right there. Out by block, up, slabs, and finally our upside down stairs. You should have something now that looks like this, which is going to be our main gate. Moving on over to our barracks section now, and each one of these blocks we need to bring up by 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Once again, we do all that, or we should say we'll do that all the way around of this entire barracks section. Okay, once you have that, come to the side of the barracks now, and on the second block in, bring it up by 1. Miss a block each time and bring those up by a block until you have something like that. Then take a stair, place it upside down and the gaps going all the way around. This adds a nice little bit of depth to this wall and helps make it look more like a castle structure. Then take your polished andesite blocks again, place those on top of the stairs like that, with polished andesite slabs in between each of those. You should have something that looks like that now. Come back to the bottom and take your wall, bring it up by 4 and the corners. Don't forget the back as well. Then come to the very front and we're going to add a doorway. Punch a 3x3 space in the very middle like so, and surround that by our wall blocks once again, and that's going to be a little doorway once we get to adding all of the wood components into the build. First though, we're going to move back up to the top of our tower and work on the roof. So take some brick blocks and bring those up by 2 behind of your polished andesite blocks that we placed earlier. So just like this. Bring one up in the very middle on each one of the sides. Come behind that block now and build all the way around. Bring that up another one. Just like that. Place one more in the middle again. And go behind there and place 2. That's going to be the main roof shape. But we want to take some brick walls now and place a wall on top of each one of these flat surfaces on the bricks. Again, this adds a lot more shape to the build and to this roof, and 2 more on top. Then on top of our gate section, we're going to add in some bricks as well to bring that colour back down here. So place 2 blocks right there behind this slab. You can place a temporary block there, break that away, and that's going to be a full block going all the way across, and then 2 full blocks on that side again. Place a slab on each side with 3 slabs going across the middle, and that ties in the 2 roof sections right there. Now we get to move on to adding in some more of the details to help with the build, and first of all we're going to put a spruce slab right on top of this wall on the barracks section. We're actually going to just make a ring that goes all the way along on top of these walls here. So this should go all the way around until we meet up with this side of the gatehouse, and the same on this side. Then directly on your very first one on the front, place a slab on the bottom section, then the top, then the bottom, then the top, then the bottom. So you have this pattern. Miss out the one here on top of the wall, but we do the same again on the side, alternating between the tops and the bottoms, and it adds a nice little effect like this. And finally one there. You should have something that looks like that now. Then come to the very front and our doorway, come on the inside and place trapdoors up against of these walls like so, and then come and place your door, and that is going to be our entrance for that room. Adding in windows, and you just come right under here, break away 2 blocks, and you can actually replace the very bottom with a stair just to add a little bit more depth. Place in a couple of fences as some windows and some trapdoors as little shutters. Come to the other side now, and you just leave the middle block there, come either side and replace the blocks like so with some fences, and once again adding in the shutters and the stairs on the bottom for the depth. The back side, just break away the middle one. Fences, trapdoors, and a stair once again. Come to the top of your barracks now and add in some spruce slabs going all the way across, just in line with the very top stone brick block that we have. And this makes a nice little roof area that our soldiers can look over. Coming to the left now for the tower, it's the same again with adding some windows. You can just do the very middle block with our stairs, fences and trapdoors again. For this middle section, we can also break away this block right above this stair here and place an upside down stair right there. You may need to place a block if it's missing. Then just do a single window up the top here, something like that. Do the same again on the other sides. So breaking away the middle, like so. Moving on up. And creating some more windows as we go. This side though, we're going to add an entranceway instead of a window here. So you can break away the top one or the third one up, placing an upside down stair. Come on the inside, place our door. And that's the way the soldiers can get into the tower. And then adding in our little window just at the top here, like so. Then finally, not forgetting the gate of course, as it is probably the most important part of a gatehouse. Come into the middle, take some stripped dark oak wood, and we want it to be in line with these stairs here at the very top. So on this block here, bring that all the way across, like this. So it is at the top. You can place grindstones in on the inside here. If you don't have these blocks, you will need to place them to match the left hand side. We want grindstones on either side to look as if it is pulling the gate up and down. Then take some dark oak fences, bring it across that beam at the top and then down by another one, just like that. And that is our gate that it looks like it can open and close using these grindstones. Final few details to add to the build. At the very top of our tower, place a spruce fence here, and we're going to add a flag. So place some wool of your colour of your choice. I'm going to use red here. I'm going to place one on top and then two out from the side. Place a temporary block here and here, and then a block, break away those two. There's another temporary block with one underneath, and that's a nice little flag. Then coming down, we want to add in some storage and barrels just to give a little bit extra detail out the front here. Something like that. Now it's time for me to texture this base up as I mentioned in the beginning, and I'll show you just what I mean with adding a gradient for the cobblestone at the bottom with the smoother stone at the top. As if by magic, the build is now all textured up. You can see I've added in some of the mossy, some of the cobblestone, and then the stone as it goes a little bit higher. Swapping out some of the stairs and walls as well, using andesite walls for a bit of texture. Added in some leaves around with the barrels and chests, a little bit of detail. I have also worked on a little bit of interior as well as these pathways. So coming on the barracks on the inside, we've got some bunks here for the soldiers to sleep on. A little bit of storage with some armour and weapons lying around, some paintings, and then an access to the roof area. Moving on to the tower, if we go through the gate and into the tower, this is just used for a lookout. Again, some storage, a ladder going up, and access to the lookout area. Not much to see through there, but it is access nonetheless. And with that guys, the build is now complete. Like I mentioned, adding in things like leaves, barrels, chests, all the little details like pathways really does bring the build to life. It adds an extra dimension to anything that you build and create in Minecraft. It's all about seeing that end product, and I do like the way this one turned out. If you also liked it and enjoyed the video, please go down, leave a like, consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. And with that guys, thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, bye bye.